Hey, I'm just now editing today's video. Before you watch, I wanted to plug in. As you saw, if you saw my last video, I have pretty big goals fitness-wise. There was a little sneak peek in the last video of some before shots I made. So definitely subscribe because that's going to be really cool. I have a really interesting summer coming up and I look forward to documenting that and sharing it with you. Enjoy the video.
Yo. Yo. Yo, I don't really like to, but I put the smack down like it's rehab. Make sure that there's no relapse with these cats. Y'all cowards couldn't rap this dope with a zigzag. I let my lips drag, spitting with that big swag. It's sad all these wannabes.
Hey friends, followers, whoever, thanks for tuning back into Objective Guts Tribe. I am Spenny OG. Today I will be talking about why, since the age of 16, I've been consistently following the advice of entrepreneurs and emulating their behaviors. So when I was 16, I first started picking up books such as the classics like How to Win Friends and Influence People or Think and Grow Rich. And as this young teenager still in high school, I was super duper into it, and as a result I began to explore in the bookstore the whole self-help section, which I know a lot of viewers will not agree with. A lot of people are not into it. To a certain extent, I am not at all. I specifically enter the self-help section and focus on the business shelf. I focus on the become a millionaire shelf. Now, I'm not necessarily into this because I want to be a millionaire or anything like that. An aspect of myself does want to be able to have the skills in order to be someone who could maintain a business one day. I'm not sure, I'm still young. But I've been actively applying the skills since the age of 16 because I began to realize that what these books have are something more along the lines of universal principles. Things that you can find and read and learn of through religious texts or more spiritual texts. Sometimes every now and then I read Eckhart Tolle, or at the moment I'm fighting through reading Be Love Now by Ram Dass, which is interesting, and it's interesting because I can locate those universal principles which I find in these entrepreneurial reads that I'm more so drawn to. So mostly what I've gotten out of it, and I may have not known this when I was younger, I'd read these books and get the concrete principles out of it, like body language, vocal projection, having a good handshake, just being able to present myself in my day-to-day. I would try the tricks from How to Win Friends and Influence People, like remembering names. I'd write names of people I met on my notepads or anything. I'd do anything to just try to be consistent with these tips and tricks, these little gimmicks. But as I aged and continued to apply these tricks, what I was doing is I was faking it until I made it. And eventually, through doing that, there was a paradigm shift within myself, and it just became me. I began to just naturally embody these qualities, and I truly learned what is so great about them is that what they help give you a guideline to do is just to keep you engaged with your environment, keep you present, keep you here. And when I'm having a conversation with someone, I'm right there with them, and I'm listening to them, and I'm right there. So it's more so just teaching engagement and presence. And as a result, a lot of things come from that, like gratitude or just generally being a really interesting person that people want to be around. I also want to point out that from a young age, I have had a desire from like my mid-teens, adolescence, I have had a desire to present myself to people and bring that wow factor. And that reason is because I wanted to be able to snake my way into various social situations and stay consistent with my values and who I am and how I want to present myself. So as you can see right now, I've chosen to wear what I would wear any day. I have this very ripped up old Pixies shirt, a band I really love. I've got some pretty disgusting pants on, like oil stains and stuff. I look like a bit of a punk most of the time. I have my jean jacket if it's cold, and I walk into situations such as boardrooms, because I've had jobs that have required me to do that, to deliver public speaking speeches or just conduct a seminar in some way. I also am a previous member of Toastmasters, so if you know anything about Toastmasters, it's very boardroom oriented. I've had to introduce myself to a lot of people in suits, people with money who I need their money. I need to inspire them to donate to my cause, organizations I've been a part of. I've had to persuade these types of people into believing in me. And I've done that in many, many situations over the years, and I've really, really just nailed the skills. Every now and then I lose it because it is a practice. I do indeed fake it until I make it. If I don't use it, I tend to lose it, but I get it back pretty quickly. And I often present myself as I am. I would never wear something that makes me uncomfortable, because I would not be able to harness my true, authentic ability to have you believe in me. So I walk into these environments and I could tell right away that people are judging me, and they think right away like, okay, who is this shitty little teenager? For now, soon enough, I won't be a teenager anymore, but most of the time this is happening when I'm a teenager, and they think like, who is this ripped up jeans, piece of little shit walking in this place? Who is this? Oh, great, she's gonna stand up now in front of us and talk to us. Okay. And then I greet my audience, and I begin talking, and within minutes, you could tell everyone has that jaw-dropped wow factor of just like, whoops, what was I thinking? Don't judge a book by its cover. So I've read these books, these entrepreneurial books, I've tuned into videos, I've attended seminars, I am a member of Toastmasters, I'm engaged in all these things in order to master these skills that typically professionals have, but I want to have them so that I can be a little chameleon and snake my way into these environments and get what I want out of life with these skills that relate to people and still be me. And that's what's most important to me. That's why since the age of 16 I've been reading these books, not to mention the social skills that come with it, my ability to most of the time fearlessly introduce myself to others, persuade people, move people emotionally, master my public speaking skills, as well as I have probably every single body language book under the sun, every single one. I'm totally into body language, and it really helps with the whole energy, perception, blah, 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 woo, woo. We could get into that in another video. So thanks for watching. I can provide in my description some titles of books that I've read over the years, some I would recommend, some that looking back I'm kind of over it, but they still served me a purpose at the time. Yeah, I think that's all I have for today. So thanks for watching, and of course, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this. Take care. I'll just throw in quickly, by the way, that although I do choose to wear my own style, present myself in my own way in certain professional situations, I'm always using that with a lot of critical thinking and judgment. I always know exactly what I'm doing. I'm not going into that situation naively. So if you do read some of the books that I have invested myself in over the years and follow some of the coaches I'm totally interested in, you will learn that as I have. That whole Steve Jobs, Steve Jobs presents himself in a black turtleneck and blue jeans, super casual guy, but he could get away with that because he's Steve Jobs. So know the environment when you are Steve Jobs and know when you are not. That's another skill that comes with learning these types of interpersonal entrepreneurial skills.